I'm going to show you a super overlooked Logic Pro workflow feature that you're probably not using. Now, I've been using Logic for years, and I remember when I first jumped into Logic that I did set up Logic to utilize and organize my plugins, but for some reason over the years with software updates I just stopped doing it, and I know you probably have too. Let's say I want to go put Native Instruments RAUM on this piano. If you're anything like me, you're going to click to add an effect, we'll go Native Instruments RAUM, add it on there. And every other effect I want to put on any other track, that will be the process. But I know that there's a lot of you like me to where you have your go-to plugins that you use a lot. Wouldn't it be easier if they were right there on that first menu? We can do that. And how we're going to do that is we're going to go in and we're going to customize the plugin manager a little bit. And another place this is going to be super helpful is organizing unused plugins. For instance, I downloaded the Auto-Tune Access, and it has you download every single plugin. But after the subscription, I didn't decide I wanted to continue. All I had was Auto-Tune Pro, the Choir plugin, and Auto Key. But every other plugin is still showing up. It'd be a lot cleaner and a lot easier to go navigate to my paid plugins if those other ones weren't there. That's another thing we can do. Let me show you how. What we're gonna do is go up to Logic Pro, Preferences, and Plugin Manager. So now we can see here's those set categories that show up when we first go in to add an effect, and then here's all the different manufacturers whose plugins are on my computer. The first thing I wanna do is I'm gonna go clean up that Antares folder. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go click Antares, and I'm gonna select every plugin that I haven't actually paid for, and then just uncheck them. It is that simple. And now when we go to Antares, only the plugins that I paid for are there, so it's really cleaned up and it's going to save me time not having to dig through all those other plugins that I don't even have access to. Now to get my most used plugins up in those other categories, it's as simple as drag and drop. So let's get down to Native Instruments. First let's grab RAUM, go find the reverb, drop it in there. Let's get Replika XT, go back up to Delay, drag it in there, and now Replika will be showing in my delay folder as well as RAUM in my reverb folder. But we can take this a step further. There's two other ways that you can actually customize this area. If I don't like these names, I can double click and rename it to whatever, or even better, I can add a whole new folder. So let's say I just want a favorites folder of the plugins that I use most often, and let's drag it to the top so it's the very first one I see. Now I can go drag any plugin I want to have it readily available there. So let's go grab Kickstarter, Fresh Air, Virtual Mix Rack, Soundable's awesome compressor Smart Comp 2. If you haven't seen my review on that, go check it out. Let's grab the Energy Panner, Little Altar Boy. Last but not least, Vocal Line. Click Done. It is that simple, and I just did a lot of cleaning up here. Now, if I go down to my delay, there's Replika. I go down to reverb, there's RAUM, but more importantly, I have that favorites folder right on top with my most used plugins. I hope that was helpful. If it was, make sure you hit that like button, smash the subscribe, but until next time, I'm Phil, keep creating music.